morning. This is Rebecca Martinez of artscalifornia.net, and today I have with me Maria Soto, and she has recently, a wonderful photographer who's recently published a book called Artful Journeys, and we're going to talk about her journey and how she decided to do the book and get it published. Okay. Thank you for being here, Maria.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sure.
Inviting me. Yeah.
So, Maria, I know that I first met you at Hot Hand Art Gallery when you were assigned to take my my photo as a new artist, and you humored me to have that fan blowing your nose.
No, that was all you.
Anyway, the photos turned out great, and I've always been a great admirer of your photos. And you, at that time, you were kind of specializing in your travel.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I have always been interested in historical places, landscape photography, and I did some portraiture, and I've only done a handful of weddings, but that's not my specialty. Too much pressure there. Yeah, and when I met you at High Hand, I think that's when I was taking photographs of all the artists for them.
Yeah, for the website.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job. You
Well,
made me
thank
look
you.
really good. So at some point, and I know you have since branched out into other areas of art, you're sort of, are they Asian inspired?
Yeah, a
paintings?
lot of, for some reason, I'm drawn to the Asian everything.
Culture,
So, yeah, the culture, the artwork, the beautiful artwork that they have. But, yeah, so I paint in acrylic, I painted some in oil, and then also some sumi ink painting, watercolor, mixed media.
Very nice. But at some point you had an inspiration.
Yes, I did. I had, once I joined High Hand, and it was such a great group of artists. I'd shown in Sacramento galleries before, but so I knew some artists down there. Susan Cawthon was one of them, and she's the one that told me about High Hand. So it was all that sharing of information from the artist that kind of led me to this idea of showcasing artists that I admired or who have shared the information and processes with me freely. And so that was the impetus for the whole book, was to showcase them. And I had this idea for several years before I actually acted on it, to document the artists in their studios and write down their stories and put it in a book. So and the time came, and I believe in 2018, and I wrote out the invitation. There was no pressure, and I gave myself 2 years to get this done.
That was nice.
Which was probably a tight timetable, but at the same time, I wanted it to be, relevant, to the time.
Yeah.
But
And as it is, are there 13 artists?
13 artists, that includes myself.
And I think that 2 of the artists have, in fact,
Passed
on.
Yes.
So it's a nice tribute to those 2 artists.
It is,
also.
and it's something for their families to have. I meant because, they've had art in the Placer County area and Sacramento County area, so.
I'm going to ask you an embarrassing question that we haven't talked about before. Now, how does it happen that there are no men artists in the book?
They didn't share their stuff with me. It wasn't intended to be a book of women. It's a book of artists who just happened to be all women.
Okay.
And that's how that worked.
Okay, and maybe as women we share a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Some
more
sort of-
nurturing,
Yeah.
but that's just me.
Yeah. Okay, so you issued the invitations, and did any artists decline?
Yes,
Okay.
There were, I think 4 of them that didn't want to be in it.
Okay.
So, and that's fine. It wasn't,
No. Yeah.
for whatever reasons, their schedules are busy, health issues, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't badger them.
Uh-huh. So maybe we should. Why don't we have a look at the book?
Yeah, so here's the book, Artful Journeys, and this is a photograph I just happened to take in Brookings in November of 2020 on a trip with a couple of the artists that are in this book, and not knowing that I would be using it for the cover.
Oh, it's perfect for the cover.
It is. It's
Yeah.
just, it is one photo, and normally the publishers use stock photos, but I said, no, that's not going to happen here. I'm a photographer, and I want my picture on there. So
It's
and
so
that was, and that
appropriate.
was no problem.
Yeah.
So you want me to tell a little bit about the book?
Yeah,
About
and
the
how you
layout?
found the process you went through
Okay,
to publish and.
Okay, well, briefly, the process for putting the book together was I went and met with each artist, set up appointments, recorded their stories, and then took photographs of them in black and white. That was the deal. I'm a black and white photographer, so everything's in black and white except for one color image of them with a piece of their artwork that they wanted to showcase. So then I went back home and I transcribed everything and reworked it, and I sent it back to the artists for them to check for correctness and make sure I heard them right, or if they wanted to change anything, that was the time to do it, because they weren't going to see it again until it was published.
You did an amazing job of getting all the detail. I mean, when I went back and saw the part you did on me, I thought, wow, I sound pretty good.
Yeah, I did, do a little editing, but for the most part, it's the artist's words and their story. So then as I'm working on it, I thought, it'd be nice if I had a really nice portrait of it, black and white. So again, I went back out, made a special trip, and took another photo session for the black and white portrait. And so that's how the book starts. It's the layout, I'll show you, is...
And this is available in hardback. It just hasn't come in yet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's in hardback and paperback on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and a list of other places. It's been sent to libraries and schools. But this is how, it starts out. So I have the nice portrait, and then the artist's name, and then during the interview, the artist said something in there that kind of stood out, or they repeated it, or it was something special to them. So I use that as the heading.
That's really wonderful.
Yeah, so I think it came out nice. So I think that part, putting the book together, was easy. Or fun. And then finding the publisher, that's part B. And it's like, you're at their mercy. I did searches on the internet for the top 10 publishers in the continental U.S. I really wanted something local, but I would have had to piecemeal the book. Start here for the cover, here for the inside, another place for the printing, and I just didn't want to do that. I wanted a one-stop shop, and I only wanted to make one phone call when I have an issue.
Well, the thing about piecemeal, sometimes if something goes wrong, everybody tries to blame the other part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's nice to have it all under one roof.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I landed with one publisher, and after going through their spiel and almost signing up with, I did sign up with them, gave them a deposit, but then it turned out that they couldn't do what I asked them to do, the size and the format. So I had to abandon that one and go look for another one. And so that was a learning curve.
Did you get your deposit back?
Only got a percentage of it back. They charged me what I think it was 20% of what I would have paid.
In total?
In total, yeah.
But it was worth it.
Yeah, so I just had to let that go, and I had to move on. So then the next publisher was the right one for me. And I was impressed by the gentleman when I talked to him the first time, and then I told him I was coming back. And so, yeah, so we moved forward with them.
Do you mind naming the publisher?
No, it was Palmetto
Okay.
Publishing.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and they're located in Indiana.
Great.
So, so then, then I ordered, well, like I said, the hardback and the paperback's available online for print on demand. And then I placed an order of my own of 250 books, and the quality is just a little bit better. And I wanted a dust jacket on the hardcover, so that's what I ordered.
That sounds so nice.
It's beautiful. You know,
Uh-huh.
I got the unbound version of it, but it's beautiful. Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Not that this isn't. This is nice too.
It is very nice, yeah. And so what's going to happen next?
So next, well, in the meantime, after I turned it all over to the publisher and they were working on it, then I started beating feet to galleries that the artists in this book were associated with or had shown there. I went to Crocker Art Museum's gift store and just lucked out that day that the manager was in the store.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was cool. And she was very interested. So once I get the book, then I'll go back to her and see about it. Like I said, she did want to have it in the store.
Yeah, that's going to be a high visibility venue or
right.
place to have it. That's great.
And then one of the artists in the book, Charlotte Cooper, she told me about this new art bookstore called Amatoria Fine Art Books. And that's all they have, books on art.
Wow.
Every kind of art you can imagine,
Wow.
you know.
I need to go there.
International.
And it's in Sacramento?
In Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
How do you-
they're interested too.
Oh, that'd be great.
And they're wanting me to have a book signing during the Verge, which is the Sacramento studio tour.
Yeah. I imagine we're going to see you popping up in book signings in a lot of different places.
Right, yes, I do have a list. I'm in a current show right now at Artistic Edge Custom Framing and Gallery. It's a large place like this is here.
And what city is that in?
Sacramento.
Oh, Sacramento, okay.
On Fulton and Alta Arden. And so I'll have my book there with me at that show. And so one day a month I'm in there through September. So one day a month I'll be there.
So if our viewers are anxious to meet you, will you have a schedule of your book signings on your website?
I will on my website and my Facebook page.
Okay.
MariaSotoPhotography.com.
MariaSotoPhotography.com. Great.
And Facebook page is Maria Soto Art.
Okay, good. Well, I am just so excited about this book, and I know that you're just embarking on the next step of your artful journey
Right.
in these book signings and distribution, and really proud of you and
Thank
honored
you.
to know you.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, it just came all together, and I couldn't have done it without you, the artist. So
Yeah.
thank you for participating. Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about the experience?
I'm still kind of numb, actually. I don't think I've let myself go and relax.
Yeah, you've
but
been on the fast track.
yeah, so it's a lot of time on the computers too. So for scheduling things and meeting up with people. So yeah,
All right.
but it's been a good journey.
That's good.
I'm anxious to get back into my art.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, thank you so much,
Okay.
Maria.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
So don't forget to share this video if you like it, and please support us at artscalifornia.net. Give us a thumbs up if you would. Thanks.